My name is Teresa. Today we're going to talk about how to show acts of kindness in the workplace. Let's go! Hi, my name is Teresa. I'm the founder and CEO of 30 Minute MBA. We increase workplace engagement through actionable learning. I'm also a keynote speaker, traveling the world, talking about mindset, business culture, and how helping people to thrive in the workplace. And today we're going to talk about how to live as a giver in the workplace and how to show acts of kindness at work. So if the giver mindset is new to you, this is definitely for you. So basically, living as a giver is about paying it forward, leading with giving instead of just expecting anything to getting anything back. And the giver mindset is far away from the transactional way of living, the matcher mindset. So it's perfectly fine going to a coffee shop and have a transactional relationship with the barista. You buy a coffee and you get a coffee back, or you pay for a coffee and you get the coffee back. That's a perfect transaction. And you don't need to have a deep, meaningful relationship with everyone you come across. But the people that really matter to you and people in the workplace, that's a really good place of starting living with a giver mindset and being a giver. And in the startup and business community, it's often called paying it forward mentality, if you're familiar with that. So if you want to try this out, but you're not really sure where to start, we have 15 different things that you can do to lead with kindness in the workplace. So number one is to help a colleague out towards a tight deadline. So it's not necessarily something that is in line with your work description, and you might not even be involved in this project at all, but you really admire this person and you want to give to this person. You care about this person. So to be there in that moment when they really need support, regardless if they ask for it or not, can be a wonderful act of kindness that you can perform. The second one is about sharing praise with someone in the workplace that you think is doing an amazing job to that person's manager or leader. So it's often easy to forget that praise and kind words can make a massive difference for a lot of people. Some of us feel most appreciated when we get these kind words from someone that we work with, or someone that we look up to, or someone that leads us. So when you think that someone is doing something amazing, then it's a wonderful act of kindness to share that, both with the individual, of course, but also with their manager. Number three is about sending an encouraging email, and this can be to someone that you have worked with in the past. It can be a client, that can be a friend, it can be someone that you would like to get to know better. But basically just sending a kind email, saying something kind and nice to them, of course, but also adding value to them. So if you know that they are working on a marketing campaign and you have some ideas for that, sharing that with them in that moment can be massively valuable and a true act of kindness. Number four is about endorsing people, and LinkedIn is a great platform for this. So endorsing someone's skills there, and maybe even writing a reference. You can do that on LinkedIn or of course outside the platform. That doesn't really matter. But receiving a reference, especially if it's out of the blue from someone that it really knows who you are, is a beautiful way of showing kindness to someone. The other thing is to take a moment and write a handwritten letter to someone you might not speak to that often. So instead of just getting up your phone and text them, taking out a piece of paper, writing something down, and it doesn't need to be that long. But I have found that when people receive handwritten letters, it really resonates with them more because it's unusual today. We don't do that as much today as we used to. So that's another beautiful act of kindness. Another thing is about active listening and really being present in the moment. So when you have a cup of coffee with a colleague at work, to put away your phone, turn it off, or at least turn off the sound and the vibrations and all of that, And basically just be present with the person in front of you. Active listening is a great way of connecting with someone. To really pay attention to what he or she is saying and what's said between the lines, so to say. And to see if you can help this person out in the moment. That's another beautiful way of being a giver. Expressing gratitude in general when someone is doing something that really means something to you is another way to live as a giver. When we receive something, which is not always the easiest to do for high achievers, it's usually easier to give than to receive. But when we receive something that really matters to us, expressing deep felt gratitude to them can really make them feel wonderful. And of course, it's a beautiful gesture to do regardless. And of course, we have other things like just giving compliments and to someone that we think is doing something great, or just to lift their spirit. Share a smile with a stranger on the street, or just being kind to when you pick up your dry cleaning, or doing something mundane errand like that. Another beautiful random act of kindness can be to, when you pick up a cup of coffee in your favorite coffee shop, to pay for the next one that is coming behind you. Just as, paying it forward, giving to someone else. And usually when someone is experiencing that creates a ripple effect. So if you ever have experienced that, I'm sure that your inclination would be to pay it forward to the next one, to maybe buy a cup of coffee to a complete stranger the next time you go into the coffee shop. And it's a very nice way of enriching our daily routines. Of course, there's small things like holding up a door to a stranger and holding the elevator and things like that. That's other acts of kindness that we can do on a daily basis that is so easy for us to do. But more profound things can be to give advice to someone that is really in a crossroad, or someone that is looking to take their career or something to the next step, to the next level, and that really wants to find out what the best way forward is. And to give advice in that situation, if you feel that you can give insight to this person, is a beautiful act of kindness. Giving someone an inspirational book, inspirational quotes, or a course, or anything like that is another way of showing kindness and to help them help themselves by developing their skills. So that's another one that is really a great way of showing kindness. And of course, we already talked about writing a handwritten letter, a more in-depth piece of work that you can share. But the other thing can be a card, or of course a post-it. A post-it can have 1 or 2 lines and basically really make someone's day. So just sharing, having an amazing day, or saying something you appreciate with someone, that's another great way of showing acts of kindness in the workplace. And I've seen this firsthand. I've worked with so many amazing people where I've written a post-it, just saying something that I think they are amazing at. And I noticed that a lot of these people are saving them. So they put that as part of their books, or in their notebooks, or they just keep them around. And of course, every time they see it, they are reminded of that message. So that's another great way of showing acts of kindness in the workplace. And then of course, we talked a lot about paying it forward and giving back and caring about people. So the 15 things we will share is about being a mentor, or becoming a mentor to the next generations of high potential, high achievers, to really guide another person, to share your wisdom and your knowledge, your passion, and to help that person thrive. So if you want to start living as a giver, and you are not really sure how to get this into your daily routine, we have a special gift for you. It's called the Futuristic You, with a 30-day challenge. And it basically helps you establish a morning and a night routine. And that's a great way of getting giving into your day-to-day life. So as always, don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. Leave a comment down below of which of the 15 things that you like the most, or if you even have additional things of living as a giver in the workplace. And as always, achieve greatness. See you in the next video. Bye!